All right, this is Pat Hogan with Legacy Contracting Solutions here on a project in the Village of Thurston in PGA National, and it's actually an interesting job. This is a neighborhood that had these wood shakes, which is now time to replace, and so they're doing a little something different. And I'm going to bring in Bill Moore, our roofing qualifier and director of operations, to just sort of explain what we're doing here with this system. The name of the product is Dekra, and it's a stone-coated steel. Here's Bill to sort of explain. All right, Bill, so how did we get from that to this?
Okay, the first thing that we did is we came in, we took all the wood shakes off and disposed of them, along with the tar paper that was underneath. Underneath of those wood shakes is what's called split sheathing. It's actually 1x4s and 1x6s that are spaced out so that the wood shake can breathe. We can either go over top or pull those up and put down solid sheathing. Now, one of the key things here is we had to put down fire-rated sheathing over here because these homes actually come into contact with one another. But the main gist of what happened here is we took everything off, put down solid sheathing so that we'd have a solid surface to attach to. Once we got that down, we put down this self-adhered modified bitumen. You can use 30-pound felt or this, and we prefer to use this because it's tear resistant. It seals up around the screws that go down. Once we do that, we put our drip edge, which is down on the bottom, and creates a finish on the fascia there, and allows us to start our process. Once we've got that drip edge down, we put this VersaShield. This is a fire barrier, which also adds as a waterproofing on top of the modified bitumen. Then once we get this VersaShield down, we start installing these battens, and these battens are drywall fur hats, and they're an approved Dekra install method according to their Miami-Dade Notice of Acceptance. So we put these down, and these tiles start going down on top of them, and they actually attach with screws through the fascia. It goes into the batten, which is screwed into the trusses. So there's really, it's a totally sealed system on top of these waterproof barriers that we have underneath, from top to bottom. The water just runs off of this panel onto this panel and down, all the way down the roof. Now on the edge, if you look over there, you can see where we have turned up the edges over a wood 2x2 batten, and that prevents the water from getting in on the side where the fascia meets the roof line. Now we will finish that in the way that you'll see on the other side of the roof where we finish that detail. We wrap that with tiles that keep the water from getting in there. So that shows you how that goes up, and then we put the tiles on, and that's also very similar to the way that we finish the ridge at the top of the peak. If you come up here, I'll show you some more stuff. That's why this is a great system. This over here where the roof meets the wall, you can see that we've turned up the edges just like you had seen over there with the edges of the roof. We've turned up the edges of the Dekra, and we've got this sidewall flashing. Now this sidewall flashing is tied into the stucco and it's completely sealed with sealant on the top, and it goes over top of the Dekra panels. So there's no way for any water to get in pretty much anywhere on this system. Up here on the ridge, well, let's go back to the gables. As you saw with the 2x2 battens, you can look down here and see how we've turned up the metal underneath of these rake tiles. And then the rake tiles hang over, so all the water has to run down the field and off of the metal. And they wrap around the fascia. Very similar to what we're going to do up here on the ridge. When we finish up with the ridge here on this side, we will do the same thing that you see right here on this side. And that's turning the edge of the Dekra up on this ridge, and then these pieces will be installed and screwed in here so that any water that gets in contact with the ridge runs down the roof and off of the roof as we want it to. So long story short, we've really upgraded the system here. We're happy to be putting this on, and this is a great way to enhance the value of the home. It's a fire resistant system in that you're dealing with stone coated steel. It's mounted on a batten system which spreads out the loads and allows for airflow underneath, so it provides some energy efficiency upgrades. And we've got all the fire rated plywood down underneath that's necessary, and on the joints where it meets the next house. And then we've got the modified bitumen, which is going to give us all the waterproofing we need, and then an additional layer of VersaShield, and on goes the system. And before you know it, you've come a long way from a wood shake roof to a stone coated install.
Yeah, it really seems like it. And so one of the nice benefits is this roof now meets all the latest hurricane codes. So of course it's going to qualify for insurance deduction, which is a nice thing these days. And also what you pointed out over here at this wall, that's actually usually or can be a cause of roof leak that the folks are. It's not even technically the roof, but it's a nice detail to take care of at the end there. So it seems like we've got this system pretty well sealed.
It's a waterproof system before we even put the Decra on, and then the Decra is another waterproof system that goes on top. So there is flashings underneath of that stucco in the wall that are laying underneath of this self-adhered membrane. So it's completely sealed to begin with, and then we add that additional level of protection, and you've got a system that a lot of things would have to go wrong in order for this thing to pop a leak. So we've got it installed in a way that we feel will ensure you the best long-term value for any system that would be compliant with the architectural look that they're trying to accomplish here.
Yeah, that's a nice benefit too. You get all the pluses of a metal roof, and it still fits in with the neighborhood and sort of preserves the look they were going for. So overall, it's something we're pretty excited to be involved with. So look forward to bringing some more information on the latest and greatest in roofing, and please feel free to contact us to come out and take a look at any of your projects. Either there's a contact form here on the website, or also 561-844-4910. Thanks.